Well, welcome to episode 3. So here's our tuning cap. It's anybody want a bird? It's free. Our tuning cap looks pretty much brand new. So really nice job. So that Evaporust did the trick. The only place where the dirt really hasn't been removed completely is underneath these tuning screws and the mica. So I did remove the first one just to take a look at it, and I'm not sure you're gonna be able to see this. Let's see if we can get a close up. So the mica is a little bit dirty. It doesn't have silver mica disease, which is good. So I just have to clean that. And fortunately, this radio is so old and primitive that it makes getting the mica out really easy. So we're going to take the other ones out and we'll clean them. Let's see what we got under here. All you really got to do is just take out this screw. And this little metal flap that's underneath it is kind of spring-loaded, obviously. So when you take the screw out, just got to be really careful because mica is very fragile, as you know. So we'll take that screw out there. There it is. And then we'll carefully get a tweezer and grab that piece of mica and see what it looks like. And that one's not so bad. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing for this one. And then I'll be able to get underneath there and clean it and make sure that it's good. So that's the benefit of doing that is obviously if it's clean, it's going to work better. Now obviously because I'm taking these out, I'm going to need to adjust it, but I would have to do an alignment anyway, so that doesn't really matter. Let's see what this one looks like. There we go. This one's dirty. So we'll clean those up and we'll put them back in. So that's the story. The chassis has all been painted, 2 coats of chrome metallic. So that's done. I'll show you that later. Now I'm going to replace these wires. So I'm going to put new wires here and I'm going to attach new wires underneath here. Then I'll grease it, put this all back together, make sure I give this a good cleaning first, and then we're good to go. So let me go do all that. I'll be back. Alright, we're looking good here. So here's our chassis. It's been painted. You'll see everything is there. You'll see that the tuning capacitor, we'll do a little zoom on that, is back in right there. And I've wired up the bulb. I fixed this pointer. So that's all back connected. Moves really smooth. So no problem at all. I did remove some of the paint on the back side of this bracket just to make sure I had a good ground connection, and I tested it. It works fine. So that part's good. This is the piece of cardboard that goes on the dial. I just had to flatten it out because I had it soaking. And then I won't put this on until I'm almost done. This I didn't paint, obviously. I had it covered with tape. And you can see all the tube sockets, etc. And the transformer. And it's looking good. So I'm going to let this cure just a little bit more. I also removed all the mica, obviously, and then you saw that. So that's good. So I'm going to let this cure just a little bit more before I start flipping it over and working on it. I don't want to scratch the paint. And we're on our way. So the outside's done. Now we just got to start working on the inside. Next step is going to be to make the box for our capacitors. So I'll go do that and I'll be back. Okay, for the capacitor box, I decided instead of printing something, I did have a cardboard box which is just about the right size. And you'll see I put a little notch in here for the bracket. And I've got the 2 capacitors mounted to this card, real simple. One is a 8 microfarad, one is a 6.8. The schematic calls for a 6, but 6.8 is fine. And I have the wires running outside here, and I'm going to put some hot glue. I'm going to glue that down, and then that's going to be our capacitor box. So let me go glue it up, and I'll show you. Okay, we have our board glued down in here. It's not going anywhere, so we're in good shape. Now we'll just close that up. I've got it written on here what the wires are, and it'll fit right in there like that. I'll put some tape on this to keep it closed, that type of thing. But let me show you the bracket. This is the bracket that goes on it, just to show you. and it secures down to the chassis like that. And there's just enough clearance there. That's what the other one had too. So, so that's the story. And then, of course, this goes underneath it like that. Something along those lines. So, we're in good shape with the caps. So, when we get ready to do that, we'll have that available and we'll put that in. I think I'm going to end the video here. I don't remember how quite long this one is, but I don't want to make them too long. So, so just in a summary, we've got our chassis painted, we've got our tuning cap all set, everything's wired back together, where we've created our capacitor box, and I think we're in good shape. So we're going to, I guess, work. The next thing is going to be the dial and all the wiring underneath and fixing all that stuff. So that'll be in the next episode. All right, guys. Everybody have a great Sunday. Bye.